Happy first day of Plantmas, guys, and today we're going to make a mini light up trellis for our Hoyas. I will list below all of the things that I've used. I got a couple of things from Bunnings, but mostly everything is from here in the Growing Grounds Australia store. First, we're going to start off with picking which Hoya we're going to use. I'm going to use the Hoya Lisa, but I would recommend using small leaf Hoyas to get the best results on a smaller trellis. First of all, I'm going to start by getting this guy out just to make sure the roots are nice and healthy, and as you can see they are. Now we're going to speed things up a little bit so this tutorial doesn't take too long. Now of course, get as much of the soil off those roots without breaking them, so just give them a little booty slap. I'm cleaning up my mess before I start a repot. Now you don't want to go too big in a pot, so I have decided to go with the 100ml pot. We're going to use my ultimate aroid mix, and you want to shimmy the soil and get it all in there and give it a squeeze to make sure all of our aroid mix fills up all of the gaps. You don't want any big air gaps because that won't be good for the roots. You want as much contact as possible. And once you've gotten rid of all of the air pockets, we're going to move on to the next part of our little project, and that's going to be using this bonsai wire. Now I picked this up from Bunnings. I'll pop a link below how much it is. We got the 3-pack because we might use it for more little projects. Now get a friend. This part is going to help you a lot. Get them to pull the wire through your hands. It helps straighten it out a little bit quicker. Then you can go and just perfect all the little kinks and bumps. Now this stuff is super easy to mold. You don't need any extra tools. All you're going to need is a pair of pliers to actually cut it. Here's when things get a little bit fun. You have to be creative and try and mold this into a shape of a Christmas tree. Now, bear in mind, you don't have to do a Christmas tree. You could do a star, you could do a ornament, you could do any kind of shape that you want. I just found that the Christmas tree shape was probably going to be the easiest one for me to do without having to have a pattern or any additional help. After you get your shape just about right, you want to just trim those bottom edges. They're going to actually stick into your 100ml pot or 240ml pot, so you just got to make sure they're long enough for whichever pot you're going to be using. This part I love so much. I picked these lights up again from Bunnings. They were super cheap. I'll pop the link below so you know which ones to get, but they actually worked out to be the perfect length for this size of trellis that I made. So I recycled the little gold ties that came on the bonsai wire and just fastened it at that bottom corner and just wrapped it around and around and around perfectly. The little yellow light lined up at the top, wrap it around the bottom, and I kind of connected the trellis so it didn't pull apart too much, and it fit perfectly. I was so stoked. It's starting to look so cute. Now we're going to pop it in our Hoya. I have a really handy tip for you guys, and I learnt this somewhere along my journey of learning plants. I heard that if you wrap a Hoya stem anti-clockwise, that it will continue to wrap itself. Now you can actually Google this, and it's true. So here I am trying to figure out which way anti-clockwise is, and I probably still haven't done it right. And then I realized I needed some clips. And your last step is to make sure you feed it with GT foliage focus. Now if you liked this little tutorial and you've learned a lot, make sure to subscribe to our mailing list and stay tuned because we've got more days of Christmas to come.